In the jungles of Vijayanagar, there lived a clever mouse named Mushika. One day, he was roaming in search of food when suddenly it started raining. Mushika began searching for a place to hide. And that's when he found a dry piece of wood falling from above. As is the habit of mice, they collect anything that seems useful to them. And Mushika did the same by collecting the piece of wood. When the rain stopped, he walked ahead.
This rain has put me in trouble today.
What happened? You seem very stressed.
What do I say? All my firewood got soaked in the water. Now if my stove doesn't light up, how will I dry these raw clay pots? The pots need to reach the palace, and if I don't take them on time, the king will be upset.
The problem is serious. But I have a solution for your problem.
You yourself are a mouse. How will you help me?
Look, I have this dry piece of wood, which you can use to light a fire. And then the stove will also burn, and your clay pots will dry as well.
God bless you.
Well, tell me what you will give me in return for this wood.
What can a mouse ask from me? Fine, take whatever you want.
Not like that. Give me your word. What if you deny your promise later?
Okay, I promise.
All right. Give me this pumpkin.
What? The pumpkin? But how will you carry such a big pumpkin?
Leave it to me. Take this wood and keep the pumpkin safe. I'll come later to collect it. And remember, you have given your word. Why are you so sad, my friend?
So what should I do? This storm has scared my buffalo, and now she is not giving milk. If I don't sell milk, how will I cook at home?
Your problem is serious, but I also have a solution for it.
What did you say? You have a solution, but you are just a small mouse.
But I have a big pumpkin. If you want, you can take it and make a delicious meal out of it.
What? Really? But where is the pumpkin?
You can have the pumpkin, but what will I get in return?
Whatever you want.
Not like this. First, give me your word.
I give you my word. Now give me the pumpkin.
It's a deal then. Come with me.
So you're finally here to take your pumpkin? Look, it's kept safely. Brother, have you also promised him something?
Yes, I have made a promise.
Then you are in big trouble. Who knows what this mouse might ask for next? Land, property, gold, or even a house?
Pick up the pumpkin and fulfill your promise by giving me what I want.
What do you want?
I want your buffalo, yes.
Huh? What?
Look, don't forget your words. You have promised me.
Okay, take it.
In this way, Mushika cleverly traded the pumpkin for a buffalo with the milkman. Many days passed like this. And one day, when Mushika was wandering, his eyes fell upon a house where a wedding celebration was taking place.
It's a wedding celebration, yet you all don't seem happy. Is there a problem? Yeah?
Oh yes, we have a big problem. The milk didn't arrive to make the wedding kheer. Now without kheer, my wedding party will be incomplete.
That's all. Take my buffalo and extract as much milk as you need, But in return, you will also have to give me something. Ah.
Yes, yes. Take whatever you want. There are delicious dishes prepared here. Eat as much as you want.
No. Not the food, but something else.
You will get what you want. This is my promise.
I hope you won't break your promise, huh?
Never.
All right. Then give me your bride in return. Bride in return. Bride in return. Bride in return. You have promised me in front of everyone. Now you cannot break it.
How dare you!
Wait! Leave him. I will go with him. You have given your word. And I will teach him such a lesson that he will never behave like this with anyone again. I'll come back soon again.
The bride was very clever. After thinking for a while, she decided to go with the mouse. The mouse left the buffalo there and walked towards his hole with the bride.
If you are a merchant, be like me. With a small piece of wood, I got a pumpkin. With a pumpkin, a buffalo. And with a buffalo, a bride. What a trade I have made. From today, this is your home. I have heard that humans make various delicious dishes. Today, you make laddus for me. Yeah.
Yes, why not? Tell me, where are the ingredients for making laddus? Coconut, ghee, jaggery. Tell me, where are they?
I don't have all these.
So should I make laddus out of mud? Oh, it seems like it's going to rain. How do I protect myself from the rain?
Come inside my hole quickly.
In the hole? But how? I can't even fit my foot in there.
Okay, climb the tree.
Very smart. You'll sit comfortably in your hole and you're telling me to climb a tree so that I get wet? What do I do if I fall sick?
All right, go hide in the nearby temple.
So that thieves come and steal all my jewelry? If you can't ensure my safety, why did you bring me here?
Oh no, what trouble she is. It would have been better to eat the food instead of bringing her here.
Okay, don't get angry. If you don't mind, can I call my friends over here? I'm sure they'll keep me safe.
Yes, do whatever you want.
Are you sure? You won't get angry, will you?
I won't get angry at all.
Not like this. You have to promise me first.
Oh, what trouble have I brought upon myself? Okay, I promise. Oh no, where did they come from?
These are my friends, Ram and Sham. Friends, come on, save me.
Run! Save me! I made a mistake. You go back.
Are you sure? Don't back off from your words later.
No. I promise. You go and take your friends with you.
The bride left the mouse in his hole and returned to her home. Poor mouse, after doing so much business, was left empty-handed. Kisan and Uma were very old. They worked day and night for years, saving some money so that they could fulfill their lifelong dream of going on a pilgrimage.
After working hard day and night, we have finally arranged the money. Money is the king.
Before setting on the pilgrimage, Kisan carefully hides his bag of coins because the path Kisan and Uma were going to take was full of thieves and robbers.
I am tired now. Now you take care of this bag of coins. Oh no, my bag of coins!
Save me from this bear!
Please save me! You are more worried about the bag of coins than me. What if someone takes me away?
Now, who would take you, Uma? But in this bag, there is money. If it gets lost, we might end up with nothing. Money is the king.
It seems that there are more wild animals here than thieves. I think we should stay somewhere nearby for the night.
Fearing thieves and wild animals in the darkness, Kisan and Uma decided to spend the night in a nearby hotel.
Listen, brother, can we get a cheap and decent room here?
Oh, yes. Why not? Keep your bag over here and come with me.
Bag? No, brother. This bag will go with us.
Huh? Okay, come with me. This is your room.
But seeing Kisan's concern for the bag, Bimle started suspecting that there might be something valuable or money in their bag.
Steal the bag while they're sleeping. They're so old that they won't even come to know.
Kisan placed the bag under his head like a pillow and slept. In the night, Bimlesh and his wife stole their bag.
My bag! My money! I am finished, Uma!
What happened? Who is there?
All our belongings, money have been stolen.
What? This must be the work of the hotel owner. He was talking about keeping the bag with him yesterday. Let's go. Return our bag immediately. I know you are the one who stole it.
What? You are accusing me of theft after I provided you a place to stay? Get out of here.
Minister, a sheer injustice has been done to us. That hotel owner, Bimle, stole our years of savings. Please help us get justice from the king.
But how did this happen? So Mr. Bimlesh says he didn't steal. And you say the theft was done by him. But you don't have any evidence for it. Yes, I have a solution for this. Justice will be served.
Then tell us the solution quickly.
Before that, both of you will have to do a task for me.
I will do anything. Just tell me the task.
All right. I have a drum. You need to carry it from my house to the palace. First, you complete this task. Then the same task needs to be done by Bimlesh as well. One more thing. The drum is a bit heavy. Handle it carefully while bringing it.
As you wish, Minister.
Next morning, Kisan and Uma took the drum from Saranga's house and started carrying it to the palace.
This drum is really heavy. We went to seek justice, but the minister has punished us instead. It seems God doesn't want us to go on a pilgrimage. The money is gone. Let's go back home, or we may lose our lives.
You are right. But we must still fulfill the minister's task. Let's go. Money is the king.
They both reached the palace with the drum.
Have you brought it from the minister's house? Keep it there.
After that, Saranga assigned the same task to Bimlesh. Bimlesh, with his wife, started carrying the drum from the minister's house.
Come on, Mr. Bimlesh. Move ahead quickly. Wow, what a beautiful sight.
I'm so tired after lifting this drum alone. Please help me.
Oh, really? You are the one who stole it. Why should I help you?
But it was you who told me to steal.
No.
All right, take care of this drum now. I'll go have some water and come back.
While Bimlesh went to drink water, his wife closed her eyes to rest. Suddenly, the drum started moving up and down on its own.
Oh no, the drum is running! Catch it! Someone catch it, please! The drum is running! Catch it, please! The drum is running!
You didn't lift the drum, but at least you should have held it. You are useless.
Is it? You didn't think about it while stealing? Now let's go quickly, or the minister will punish us, thinking that we are thieves.
Wait, stop.
Bimlesh and his wife somehow reached the palace with the drum, where Kisan and Uma were already present.
You are still here? It seems you will understand only after getting punished, huh? Minister, it's you!
It's you?
Yes, me. Did you see the wonder of my magical drum? This drum has revealed your secret.
Which secret, Minister?
The same secret for which both of you were fighting just now. And I heard everything while sitting inside the drum. Now either return Kisan's stolen money respectfully or prepare to go to jail.
Thank you, Minister.
And this way, Bimlesh had to return the money he stole from Kisan. Kisan and Uma happily embarked on their pilgrimage. This year, there was a severe cold in Vijayanagar. Everyone was suffering due to the cold.
It seems like the cold for the next 5 years will fall this year itself.
People should learn the art of making a profit from me by mixing adulterated ghee with pure ghee.
What are you doing, sir? I didn't do anything.
You spilled all my ghee money's honey. And you are saying you didn't do anything. Now who will clean this?
But it wasn't me.
Now stop talking and start working. Clean it quickly. It's time for customers to come. If they see the shop in such a condition and leave from outside, I will incur heavy losses. Money is honey. What are you standing and staring at? Clean it up quickly.
Upon hearing Udanka's scream, some people came there. And among them was Minister Saranga. Just like Udanka was clever and cunning, Saranga was equally wise and known for delivering justice to the people of the kingdom.
Take a cloth and clean it quickly. Money is honey.
Clothes? But I don't have any clothes.
What are you wearing?
Kurta?
Then take off your kurta and clean it.
But I only have this kurta. Then what will I wear?
I don't know about all that. Now hurry up. If I incur any loss, you will see.
When Udanka asked Raman to clean with his only kurta, Saranga thought of teaching Udanka a lesson and stepped forward.
Wait.
Minister, are you?
You're right, Udanka. It's Raman's mistake. He has caused you a loss, and he must clean up and compensate for it.
Hail the minister! I was also saying the same thing, Manish, honey.
Wait, I haven't finished yet. Raman will definitely clean by taking off his kurta. But after he is gone, you will also have to take full responsibility for his family.
What do you mean?
I mean, I have been hearing you talk about if this happens, if that happens regarding Raman since then. But nothing has happened yet. Just like if he caught a cold by taking off his clothes, and if he falls sick, and God forbid, if something happens to him, what will happen to his family? He is the sole earner in his family.
But I didn't think about all this.
Forget all the ifs and buts, Udanka. Tell me, does Raman need to clean the shop? Come on, Raman, take off your kurta and fulfill Udanka's wish. Otherwise, if there is any loss, then
No. There won't be any loss, Raman. It was my mistake. You go. I'll clean up myself.
by the way, what has he spilled?
It's ghee.
This is adulterated. So you are engaged in the business of adulterated ghee in the kingdom.
Mr. Minister, he always sells us adulterated goods. Now I understand. I fell sick because of his adulterated ghee.
Me too. My family as well.
Shankar, you have committed a serious crime by selling adulterated ghee. You will be punished for it. According to my knowledge of law, you should receive 3 punishments for this.
What? Oh, no. Forgive me, Minister. I had heard that your justice is never wrong. But this is completely the opposite. 3 punishments for 1 mistake. What kind of justice is this?
All right, you cannot escape the punishment. But I give you the privilege to choose 1 punishment from the 3.
Which 3 punishments?
Either you consume all this adulterated ghee kept in your shop yourself, or take 100 lashes, and if not, you will have to give 1,000 gold coins to those who fell ill due to your adulterated ghee. Now tell me, Shankar, which punishment do you accept?
Bearing lashes wasn't Udanka's cup of tea. And 1,000 coins were too much for that miser. After thinking a lot, he decided that drinking the ghee would be the easiest option.
Let the punishment begin.
After drinking 1 box of ghee, Udanka started feeling uneasy.
Why did you stop?
And as soon as he consumed half of the ghee from another box, his courage failed him.
Minister, I cannot do this, please. Just beat me with lashes, Manish, honey.
As you wish. Soldiers, take him inside and punish him with lashes.
Udanka accepted the punishment of lashes. But his delicate and lazy body was accustomed to only resting.
1!
Bearing lashes wasn't his thing. And after a few lashes,
stop. Somebody send me money, Sunny. Minister, forgive me. I'm ready to pay 1,000 coins. Please stop the lashes money, Sunny.
In this way, Udanka received each of the 3 punishments declared by Saranga. And justice was served to the people. Everyone began to praise Saranga. And thereafter, Udanka never sold adulterated ghee to anyone.
Oh no, I lost so much money, Sunny.
If you like this video, subscribe to our channel Murthy Media.